Hey y'all, welcome back. It's Mo here, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you both the McCalls and Knowme patterns that I picked up at Joann's during the most recent sale, and plus tell you who made their way to Georgia for a little visit. So if you're curious to see what I picked up and who I met, then stick around. So for this go round, I picked up a total of 6 patterns, so that's 4 McCalls patterns and 2 Knowme. The first one I picked up was McCall's 8285, this shirt dress pattern. Now, this one is an oldie but a goodie. It's been on my wish list for a hot minute, and I wanted to go ahead and pick it up. So this drop shouldered tier shirt dress has 4 different views. It's not only a classic style, but it's also great for hacking. And of course, even though this is an older pattern, I had to add it to my arsenal. Next up is this bodysuit pattern by Brandy Joan. It's McCall's 8407. This one's a hot little number from last year, so I got it not only for the bodysuit, but looking at the style lines, I had a thought that it could be hacked into a really cute fit and flare dress, sort of like a callback to the 90s. I also picked up this romper pattern, which is a part of the early spring collection. It's McCall's 8454. I got a little bit excited because I grabbed the display pattern. I didn't even look to see if this one was in the drawer. As soon as I saw it on the top shelf, I just immediately grabbed it. I love the style of this romper, especially view B, because it has that notched collar. When I saw it for the initial release, the sample that the model's wearing was giving me hardcore Diane von Furstenberg vibes, so I had to have it and add it to my collection. Even the variation on the skirt is a really cute detail with the pleated portion in the front. And it even comes with the little cargo pockets too. So this one can be really dressed up or made into a casual version of the romper. I also picked up McCall's 8396, which is a girl's pants pattern. It's also labeled easy to sew. I picked this one up because someone's been bugging me about making them pants, and I won't say who, but I will say this person is a little bit tricky to fit. So checking the measurements of this pattern, this would work for them to make them pants, but that is a story for another day. Now on to the Knowme pattern. So I picked up Keechi B's 2054, which is the hoodie and the cargo pants. This one came out last year as well, so I'm a little bit behind the game when it came to this pattern, but seeing other sewists make this one up, I got a little bit jealous, especially when it came to the cargo pants. Truth be told, I haven't worn cargo pants since my freshman year in high school, but these pants are so gorgeous, especially with the asymmetric detail going across the front and the multiple utility pockets both on the front and the back really caught my attention. The hoodie is really unique too. I can't remember who said this, but it was giving them Jedi vibes, and I agree, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think this sort of epaulet detail on the sleeves is a really cute feature in a hoodie. It's really cool. It's giving sci-fi futuristic diva, and I'm totally here for it. Lastly, I picked up Knowme 2046 from Beauty J'adore. I love the tunic top with the ruching details on the sleeve. And not only can you have a tunic, but you can also do it as a dress. And even if you wanted just a nice basic long sleeve top with some detail at the sleeve, you can of course crop this off. And even though it's covered up with a tunic, the pants are spectacular too. They're a sleek flared pant, of course with pockets. And from the line drawing, they have a nice thick waistband. And the pants make for another great elevated basic. So I'm really excited to tell you who I got the opportunity to meet last weekend. Now, I've been watching Rochelle for a couple of years now, and I always got the sense of sort of having a Wendy Williams moment. And what I mean by that is if you ever watched Wendy Williams back in the day, she would talk about different celebrities like this person is a friend in my head, so and so is a friend in my head, this person, that person is a friend in my head. And all that means basically, and in my case especially, it meant that I saw Rochelle and I was thinking, okay, this girl is totally cool. If I met her in real life, we'd probably be friends for real. And when I tell you that is absolutely the case, if you don't know about Rochelle from Rochelle Handmade Designs, she is just such a vibrant personality, just really cool and down to earth. And meeting her was no different. I actually got a chance to do my first collaboration with her. We kicked it off with a live sketch and chat session over here on my channel. And then on her channel, she did a live sew along for that very top that we sketched. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, I'll leave links in the description box below, both for the live sketch session and her sew along. And I'm going to admit, it was so hard for me not to geek out. But when she let me know she was coming to Georgia, my hometown specifically, I was definitely trying to play it cool for our meetup. So we met up at the mall, and guys, it was so awesome. I met her family. They're just a delight. And fun fact, and to show you just how much of a small world it really is, her husband and I actually went to the same high school. So how crazy is that? We had a really amazing time. We had lunch together, chatted it up. And of course, we had to go to Joann's for some extra shopping. And the patterns that I shared with you today are from that very shopping trip. Now, I will say I had a little bit more luck with my pattern shopping than she did. We spent a couple of hours in Joann's and she walked away with only one pattern. But if you want more details on her shopping experience, you can check that out on her video. And I'll also leave that one linked below. And when we were first walking into Joann's, it's funny because I had told her about my experience where I had someone recognize me. And she looked at me and said, "Mo, are we going to see somebody today that we know?" And I laughed and said, "No, girl, I don't think so. Not today." But oddly enough, when we were perusing through those pattern drawers, we had a lovely lady walk up to us. And from the look on her face, I knew as soon as she walked up, I was going to have to eat my words because she looked over at Rochelle and she said, "I think I know you." As soon as she said that, I was tickled pink and I couldn't stop laughing. She said, "I heard your voice from across the room." She said, "Is your name Rochelle?" And she said, "I am Rochelle." It was too funny to me. But that's not all. She turned around and looked at me and she said, "Oh, I know you too. You that girl that sketches." And I'm like, you got me. Sketch so mo. I said, "Yep, that's me." And from there, we had a lovely conversation with Miss Sandra. So, Miss Sandra, if you're watching, I really appreciate you coming up and speaking, and it was lovely to meet you. Now, I did have to jet out early from Joann's, and I'm almost kicking myself about this because me and Rochelle, we got one picture together, but that's okay. We are going to get a chance to hang out again at Atlanta Frock Tales, which I am super excited about that event. It's going to be in Atlanta on May the 4th, and our shenanigans will definitely continue. Between now and then, I'm going to be sewing up a dress for that event. So the theme is Secret Garden. So think about your garden party. Actually, let me show you the fabric. Now I've got this gorgeous lemon print from my stash. Didn't have to buy anything else. And I do have a lining fabric for it. It's actually a quilting cotton, and it has the lemons and the hydrangeas and these blue filigrees in the background. So I've got about 3 weeks to put this together for the event, and I think it's going to be awesome. I've got a few patterns that I could use for it. I guess I need to go ahead and make a decision on that so I can go ahead and get this cut out and sewn up. But I'll keep you updated here on my community tab and also on Instagram so you can see my progress if you're interested. And if you plan on going to Atlanta Frock Tales this year, let me know down in the comments. And if you do attend and you just so happen to see me there, don't hesitate to come up and say hello. And fair warning, I'm a hugger, so don't be shy. Oh, before I forget, I also want to share just how amazingly awesome Rochelle is because she surprised me with 3 awesome gifts. She got me Mimi G's Make It Yours book, which I've been dying to get my hands on this, but she gifted to me and I just adore it. I've sat down and flipped through it a little bit, and I'm so excited to try some of the hacks here in the book. So thank you, Rochelle. And because we've been talking and she knows just how much of a huge nerd I am, she got me these Harry Potter socks, which I just love. And she also got me this really cute Super Saiyan hoodie that I'm wearing. So it's got a little picture of Goku on the front, and it's got a really awesome picture of Goku on the back. All 3 of my gifts were amazing. I just adore them. And thank you again, Rochelle. It was just an all around good time hanging out with her. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy this one right over here too. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, y'all, keep sketching, keep sewing, and keep the momentum going. Take care.